How are y'all? Hope you guys are having a fabulous Wednesday. I am Pop Pop from Pop Pop's Gaming. Welcome in, welcome in. Um, those that you guys will see the replay of this, I'm going to explain what happened on my little free trip that I won on New Year's Eve. So some of you guys may have to rewatch just the replay of this. I'm just gonna kind of get directly into it. I'm not at home. I'm at a friend's house. I'm not even in town. So therefore, I don't have my tripod with me or nothing like that. I'm at a buddy's house. Okay. Hey Chips, how you doing? So I'm gonna explain how this free trip went down, okay? As you guys know, I'm not in there anymore, Chips. I'm not in Discord anymore. Hey, Real Fever. As you guys know, New Year's Eve, I won a trip with the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma to go to Las Vegas. On the trip, it says you are supposed to book the trip and do the trip within 60 days. Well, there was some miscommunication between me and the marketing department on this trip. Hey, Michael's World, welcome in. So, therefore, since there was some miscommunication between me and the marketing department on this trip, the way we are doing the free trip is I'm still doing the free trip, but we're going to do it a little different, okay? Because, yes, I do have to book the trip within 60 days of the date one. Do I have to take the trip within 60 days of the date one? No, I do not. I did not know that until today. I found that out today. The marketing department got a hold of me, and here's how we're going to do the trip. Since I went ahead and booked flights for Slot Fiesta in March, instead of the tribe paying for my trip to Slot Fiesta or any kind of trip that I was awarded, and I'm going to be staying at the Palms over in Las Vegas. Follow me here, okay? The way the trip is the way the trip was booked is I won the trip and I'm supposed to have 2 free days at the Palms. Since there was miscommunication on when this trip was supposed to be done, here's how the trip is going to be done. Yes, they are still honoring the trip. They were going to honor the trip to where I went April the 11th through the 13th, which would have meant I would have only been able to stay in Vegas for 2 days, and they were going to fly me up there and everything. And I told them, I said, hey, I'm going to be in Las Vegas in March, and I would like to do the trip in March. I said, but I've already booked my plane tickets for March, which came out of my own pocket. So here's how we're doing the trip. Since there was miscommunication with the trip, what they're going to do is, when I go to Slot Fiesta in March, I'm still paying for the tickets on the plane ride there and back. But because they're not the ones flying me, what they've done was, while I'm at Slot Fiesta, is I am booked at the Palms. So they're going to give me 1 extra night at the Palms Casino. And then when I get back from my trip, they're going to reimburse me $500 free play. The way it works with the tribe is, I said, well, is there any way you could just cut me a check to reimburse me for what I spent on flights to get there and back? And they said, we don't do it like that. We don't do any kind of cash voucher on trips like this because it doesn't have a cash reward. because you already got your cash reward on the 31st when you won the $2,000 cash. So therefore, when I get back from Slot Fiesta, I'm supposed to contact the marketing department, and they're going to put $500 free play on my card here in Oklahoma to play at the Choctaw casinos, which I think I ended up with a good deal, because not only are they making it right, but they're also giving me an extra day on my trip. Instead of paying for 2 days at the Palms, they're going to pay for 3 days. So I'm going to be at the Palms Casino from the 27th all the way to the 30th. And then the 30th, I'm just going to book a night like at the Link or somewhere, just somewhere else, and then fly out that Monday morning. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm in BD slots. Um, so they are making the trip right, and the reason why they're making it right is because there was some major miscommunication. The manager at my home casino wasn't getting a hold of the marketing like they should have. Um, because they're like, well, you didn't put any dates that you wanted in, and I told them, I said, I want to go the 21st of February is when I want to go to Vegas, and it just got all scrambled up. Nobody was communicating the proper way. So what they're going to do is I am paying for the flights, but they're reimbursing me in free play. They're not reimbursing me in cash, but until I get back from Vegas, I don't get to receive this free play. So I had to send my flight itinerary for proof that I am going to Vegas on those dates. So I sent my flight itinerary, my driver's license, all that. So they are making it right, and I appreciate them making it right. And he said, what I'm going to do for you, since we're not paying for your flight up there and back, and he's like, had we had known this was going on, we would have went ahead and just paid for your flight up there. He's like, that manager doesn't know what all's going on when it comes to the marketing department. Had you contacted us, we'd have paid for your flight up there and your flight back, and we'd have probably gave you the days you wanted. And I'm like, okay, well, there was just miscommunication, and that's fine. That's fine. It shit happens. But they are making it right. They're giving me an extra night at the casino or at the Palms to make it right. And then my last night there, I'm just gonna book at a Caesar's property, like at the Link or Flamingo or Horseshoe, somewhere. Just my last night there because I fly back Monday. So the tribe is doing this right by helping me out, and he said if this ever comes up again, to contact them directly and not pay attention to what that paper says, because what the paper said was I needed to book the trip within 60 days. He said it didn't say in there you had to do the trip within 60 days. I'm going to be flying out of Dallas on the 27th, and then when I fly back, I'm flying into Oklahoma City. And the reason why I did it like that was it's just the way I did the trip. I was looking at flights and stuff, and I'll tell you guys right now, if you go through Expedia, Oh yeah, well I just been out of town. I'm okay. I'm okay. I just been out of town the last few days. Um, I've kind of started seeing a girl in a different town, so I've just been out of town. I apologize. I'm not communicating a little more. But yeah, I'm fine. And if you saw me in BD slots live a while ago, I was typing in there, buddy, hush. But I'm out of town at the moment. I've got someone I'm kind of sort of seeing. So I've been in that area. we're trying to get things off the ground and moving. Will this person be with me at Slot Fiesta? No, they're not going to be with me at Slot Fiesta, because the way I booked these tickets, I booked it, before any of this ever happened. But I am fine, guys. I just haven't been able to get on any lives or anything. I've been watching lives. I just haven't been in any lives really. Just been watching them. And I just got out of the other Discord just because I wanted to. It didn't have anything to do with any reason. I just didn't want to be in. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I didn't even know I was part of BD Slots Discord anymore at all, since I'm not a channel member. So I didn't even know if I was even part of his Discord. Hey Devin, how are you doing? But the tribe is making this right, guys. So what they're doing is they're comping me an extra night at the casino at the Palms. And they're reimbursing me once I get back in free play. Now, they're not reimbursing me cash. And I told the guy today straight up on the phone, I said, I'll tell you what, if you'll just cut me a check for $2,500, because the trip is valued at $3,000, if you'll just cut me a check today for $2,500, we'll call it good. And he's like, well, I would do that because I know that's how some game shows do it, but because you already received cash, we can't do a cash option with you. It has to be a trip, or you have to forfeit the trip. So, no, that's not going to be $5 $100 spins. I'm going to be in Vegas, buddy. I'm not doing $100 spins. Now, I'll do a live between now and then at a casino. I don't know when. I don't know when I'll be back into town. I'm out of town for a couple of days, maybe another 3 or 4 days. And then I'm glad they made this right. That's what was important to me, is they made this right. So I get an extra day staying at the resort at the Palms. And then I get all kinds of Caesars reward apps. So it's not going to be nothing for me to stay like at the Link or Flamingo or Harrah's Vegas or, the Horseshoe or any of that. And then if I talk to Rebecca, I might be able to talk to Rebecca and tell her I just need Sunday night at Resorts World instead. But it doesn't matter. I can stay at the Link and then fly back Monday. Hey Sasa, how you doing? But I wanted to get on here and let everyone know that the tribe did make this right. They did finally come through on their end of the bargain. I was worried if the trip was going to expire. It's not going to expire. Now that I know the way the rules work, you just got to do it within 60 days. You don't have to take the trip within 60 days. And if I had known that, I wouldn't have had any cost. The only cost I'm going to have when I get to the Palms is I'm going to have a incidental fee on my debit card, which is refundable. So that's the only deal, which isn't no big thing. Yeah, this is the week of Slot Fiesta. I'm going to be staying at the Palms Casino. He's already sent me a message and told me he's got me booked. He got me a king-size bed. He's like, is anybody going with you? And I told him no. No one was going with me. And that's before we even started talking about the trip itself. Because what he was trying to do is trying to get me to go out April the 11th through the 13th. Well, I didn't want to do that. That's Easter weekend. And then I tell him, I said, I don't want to be there the 19th through the 20th because that's the week that the big wrestling thing's going to be in town for WWE, which is WrestleMania 41. And that town is going to look like a zoo. And so the tribe made this right. They held their end of the bargain. And not to mention the fact it was all booked within 60 days, like as told. So, oh yeah, you're going to be at the Venetian. Yeah, well, see, I had sent Rebecca a message and told her I was going to be at Resorts World Friday and Saturday, because this is before I talked to this guy, and she hasn't gotten back to me yet. So I might be able to talk to her and see if she can't just fit me in for Sunday night, because I'm flying back Monday. But I'm still going to be at Slot Fiesta. I'm still going to be hanging out with everyone. Um, I'm just going to be staying at a different casino. That's all it is. Hey, Mega Mike, welcome in. I didn't even see Mega Mike come in. Yeah, I'm gonna go live while I'm there, but the way it works, because we got a lot of channels, we got over 60 channels gonna be there, Jacob. So we have to do lives in between other people's lives so that you're not doing lives while they're lives. Like, I can't go live while Sass is live. I can't go live while Chips and Reels is live. It's just an agreement we all have. So because we're all there to support each other. There's going to be over 60 plus slot channels there, Jacob, and tons of like people that just watch us. But I just want to let you guys know I am fine and dandy. I got everything worked out for Slot Fiesta. I'm going to be staying at the Palms. They're going to give me an extra night. And then my last night there, I'll figure something out. I'll stay. I got tons of shit through Caesars Reward app. I do have a room booked at the link that I have not canceled or anything, so that way if I want to stay at the link, I can stay at the link, and it's comped, and all you got to do is, I think it's $50 deposit or whatever, and then of course they charge you out the ass for resort fees for one night. I think it's like $56. Oh, I'm so excited about. Yeah, the link is the Party City. I just picked the link because I don't know. I always stay at a Harrah's, and the link looked intriguing, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just stay at the link or the Flamingo or something. Yeah, Real Fever Deborah's going. She was there last year, Chips. Real Fever Deborah was there last year. I've met Real Fever Deborah. She plays at Choctaw Durant. She's actually come up and said hi to me while I was in the middle of a live one day. Yeah, I don't really, and it's like I told the guy, I said, it doesn't really matter how big of a room you get me or anything like that. This isn't about where I'm staying, because I'm just there to basically change clothes, and I'm there to basically shower and stuff like that anyway. So it doesn't even matter if they stuck me at the Oyo Hotel. You know what I mean? I don't want to stay at the Oyo. I've heard horror stories about that place. But anyway, it's the fact that, you know, at least they made this right. And that's what was important. And that's why I wanted to come on live and explain what was going on. I called and talked to Bradley about it today. I'm getting a pretty good deal out of it because like I said, once I get back, they're reimbursing me for my plane tickets in free play. Hey, King Solo. I was just on here talking about how the tribe's making it right with me on my trip to Vegas, since everything got all scrambled away when I go to Vegas in March for Slot Fiesta. They're still going to put me up at the Palms Casino, but instead of staying there 2 nights, I'm going to be there 3 nights. And then my last night there, I'm just going to find a different spot to go. Hey, James. How you doing, man? Oh, you're staying at the El Cortez and then Resorts World? Yeah. And you know, I could have booked a flight back to Dallas on that Tuesday if I wanted to. And the flight back to Dallas would have only been $28. But I wanted to come back that Monday. So I went ahead and just did the Monday trip coming back. and it was, I don't remember how much it was, but coming back, I'm landing in Oklahoma City instead of Dallas. But I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. I've already met Chips and Reels. I've met Real Fever Deborah. I'm looking forward to meeting Sasa Slots, Beatty. I mean, just everybody. I'm looking forward to the whole trip. Hey, Jennifer B, how are you? James, one of these days, you being a big moderator nowadays, you need to come out and enjoy one of these little festivities. You're getting just to be as big as Bradley is modern channels. So, February 27th, I will be flying into Las Vegas. I'll be staying at the Palms Casino from the 27th to the 30th, and then on the 30th, I will be staying at the Link. And if I change my mind between now and then at staying at the Link, staying somewhere else, so be it. So be it. That's right now what I got booked, and I may or may not change it. So, I mean, that's just how I have it right now. But Slot Fiestas from March 28th to March 30th. Make sure you guys watch Chris and Lou's. They did a trailer about it. If you can't find it on Chris and Lou Slots, look up Yoshi Slots. They did a trailer about it. Chris and Lou and Yoshi is responsible for all this. Shout out to Chris and Lou and Yoshi Slots for getting this event organized for all of us to be able to meet up. And then I was trying to arrange something to where, since they weren't getting a hold of me, where I flew into Nevada this week to, hang out with Big Slaughter and stuff, but they still got flight delays and stuff here in Oklahoma, guys, because of the snow and ice. So there's just no way to fly out of Oklahoma this week because of all the delays and everything. Because of the snow and ice we had down in this area. Oklahoma City got hit with the worst of it. So I'm looking. Yeah, I know I need a shave. And then I'm out of town at the moment. I've started kind of sort of seeing someone, so I'm out of town. I'm not at their house at the moment. I'm at a friend's house that lives close by them. I have started kind of sort of seeing someone, and it hasn't went super far just yet. It's still in the just talking stages. It's not official. Is a boyfriend-girlfriend situation, but we are in talks. But I'll try to keep you guys updated. I wasn't trying to scare you, Chips. I apologize. No, it's not the person I was talking to a couple weeks ago, Mike. This is a different person that I was already in contacts with. I decided not to that situation there, because we've known each other so long. I've decided not to do that route. Because if something happened, I didn't want to lose a friend out of it. Yeah, James has the link drop, guys, for the Chris and Lou Slot Fiesta. Y'all make sure y'all watch the trailer. Oh, I'm sorry, Chips. Yeah, I try to go live, but I've been busy this past week. I'm trying to build something here, possibly something for good, and so I just kind of been out of the loophole. And then one of the funny things my daughter told me the other day, because I'm in the hunt for a new vehicle, she called me and she said, "Dad, how much cash do you got on you?" And I told her. She's like, "Run to the casino and put it in there, because we know how you know how to play, and by the time it's over with, you would probably have enough money to have a down payment on a car." And I'm like, well, that's not how it always works. You know, you don't go to these places expecting to win. Because I need a new down payment on a new car. They're having issues getting my other car fixed. So I've been without a vehicle for a while. And yeah, I was laughing at her, Mike. I'm like, that's not how these things work. You know, it doesn't work like that. You can't go in there expecting to win $1 million, because if you go in there expecting to win $1 million, you may blow $1 million trying to win $1 million. Oh yeah. Well, she's seen how she's been in the casino with me, Chips, and see how I play. She's literally watched me put $10 in a machine and run it up to $500 or $600 in a matter of minutes. And so that's why she just said this, and she's like, getting enough money built up to get a down payment on a car, you know, but I appreciate her insight to it, and I'm like, that's not how this thing works, you know. And of course, I've got, you know, tons of y'all's bracelets on. And I look forward to wearing everyone else's bracelets when you guys get there. I'll have lucky wristbands. Hey, AZ Wipe, how you doing? But I wasn't trying to stray from everyone. I just had a lot going on in the last week. I haven't been in town. I'm at a friend's house. I'm in my bedroom because I have my own bedroom out here. So I'm like, I need to do a live tonight to explain what's going on for Slot Fiesta. I will be there. I got the free trip taken care of. That's all taken care of. Everything is kosher with that. It's just that instead of doing the trip that when they wanted me to do it, I'm doing it during Slot Fiesta. And you're here to pimp out Big Slaughter. Oh my God. Lindsay, I love you to death, girl. And if you guys aren't subscribed to Lindsay, make sure y'all watch Lindsay. I've been watching some of her shorts. Lindsay, I don't think's ever went live yet. We're still trying to convince her of doing that. But Lindsay does have a lot of lives out, or a lot of shorts out. And she's an up-and-coming channel, and she plays in the same area as me and King Solo and Chips and Reels. So she's used to the area we're playing in. Lindsay, if you missed what I'd said about my trip, since I booked my own plane tickets, when I get back from Slot Fiesta, the tribe is going to reimburse me what I paid for my plane tickets, plus more in free play. So when I get back, I'm going to have shit tons of free play. Chips, while you're in here, how did your little thing go with meeting with Kathy Southwell? I hope that went well. I didn't ever see that you guys went live or anything. Yeah, she does need to go live, Chip. She does. I've even offered to meet her down at Durant and let her do a live from my channel, because they don't question me for shit down there. Well, there is a deal you got to do through the Choctaw Nation, and you got to have permission to do it, or sometimes you have some of these asshole channels that'll call in on you and say, well, this person's live. You guys have seen them approach me and say, this person's live. Oh yeah, I had to learn myself how to edit videos. I had some help at first, and then I learned enough about it. King, are you ignoring Chips? But now, in May, I also got a cruise book. Now, this person is not going on this cruise with me either. Okay, all this stuff was pre-done before me and this person met. So I'm going to be doing all this stuff kind of on my own. She's cool with it all. We've made it clear right now we're not a couple. It's still a lead up. It's not nothing that's like set in stone yet. But I'm really happy, guys. It's going really good. It really is. I did skip out on going and seeing her today because of the weather. Because it's not exactly the most kosher weather here in Oklahoma. Trumpet wife slots. They made my trip to where they're making it right through the tribe because of the miscommunication on me doing my free trip that I won. They are, when I go to Slot Fiesta, instead of me being there for 2 days at the Palms Casino, they're gonna comp me 3 nights instead. And since I'm flying myself out there, when I get back to Oklahoma, they're gonna give me like $500 in free play. Because I booked my own flights, because there was so much miscommunication between all this. But I'm excited about meeting all you guys. Arizona wife or AZ wife, are you gonna be there? Are you coming to Slot Fiesta? Oh, you're staying at the Palms? Trumpet wife? Is that where you're staying at? Hey, Dina. Yeah, see, I get there the 27th. When I get there 27th, I'm gonna call the Palms to see if they will shuttle me over to where they're at. If not, I'll just pay for an Uber or a taxi. It doesn't matter. I'll just pay for an Uber or a taxi. It doesn't make a shit to me. I'll just, whatever. Hey, Jay's Adventure, how you doing? Oh, you can pick me up? Well, I land in Vegas at 8:03 their time, in Vegas time. So that would be 10 p.m. Oklahoma time. Hey, Warren, how's it going? But, Jay, just in case you came in late, the tribe did make it right on my trip to Las Vegas. They were wanting me to go April 11th through the 13th, and I told them I wasn't going to do that because that's Easter weekend, and I could not do the 19th and 20th because that's the weekend that WrestleMania is going to be there. And they're like, do you have any plans of going to Vegas at all? And then I let them know what was going on. So, but I paid for my own flights, but they're reimbursing me in free play. Once I get back, I have to do the trip first before they do the free play. He did make that clear to me. Oh, I don't have game. There was actually a couple of girls I was talking to, but I've kind of shut everything else down because I want this to work out. I really do. She's my age. She's really not in any shape to travel at the moment. While I was in Laughlin, she fell and broke her hip. So while I was in Laughlin, she fell and broke her hip. And so she's healing from that. So we haven't really been able to go out and do a whole lot, even though I'm out in this area where she's at. I'm not at her house. I'm at her friend's house that don't live very far from her. But we haven't got to go out and do much because she is healing from a broke hip. Oh, I've dropped the others. That's come to an end. I've kind of made it clear to them that I kind of want to be exclusive. Even though we were just kind of in talks anyway, it wasn't nothing serious. Oh yeah, she's doing good. She's healing all right. She does know how to get on YouTube and watch my videos and stuff, but she doesn't know. I gotta teach her how to like make a a profile account so she can talk. Um, so she may be watching live right now. I don't know. And if she is, Sarah, hello. How are you doing, dear? Um, I haven't got to talk to her much today. I've been kind of busy doing some things, taking care of this stuff with the tribe and everything. Well, I appreciate that, Chips. We're happy with the way it's going right now. Um, it's not turned into anything like super serious yet. She did send me a text message and said, "Is this exclusive or are we still in just talks?" I said, "I want to get to know each other just a little better before we make it official, you know?" So, more than likely by Slot Fiesta, it's going to be official. Most likely. But right now, Pop Pop has to worry about trying to get a vehicle since they couldn't get my other one fixed yet. So right now, that's what I'm working with is a dilemma with a car. So I'm having to borrow vehicles at the moment and things like that. And when the guy called me today about the trip, when I was going to go originally, he asked if I wanted to take someone with me, and I'm like, I'm doing the trip by myself. He's like, you ain't got a buddy you want to take with you? You ain't got a kid you want to take with you? Nothing like that? I'm like, no, I'll just do the trip alone. But I have talked to Bradley about this. I talked to Bradley personally on the phone about it. He thinks that they're doing a fair thing by the way they're doing me. And I agree with him. You know, they're adding an extra day onto my stay at the casino itself. They're adding an extra day onto the stay at the casino. They're reimbursing me for the flight. Not cash wise. That doesn't matter to me. I've walked in and turned. I've watched Chips and Reels turn $10 free play into hitting a damn major. So I mean, $500 free play. Surely I could turn it into something, you know. Oh no, I'm not leading her on about nothing. But I have made it clear that I want to. I've dropped talking to anybody else, and I've let her know I am exclusive to talking to only her. So it is down to just one person. Okay, it is down to just me and her talking. I know I need to rub Chips while we're all need to rub Chips's head while we're there, and see if maybe everything from her juju runs off onto us. Hey, Red Screen, how you doing? I'll send you a text on Messenger on what's going on, since you kind of missed kind of everything that's going on. No, there's not no ladies crying. No, I promise you. Um, I mean, and you never know. It may not work out. It may or may not work out. I'm hoping it does. I really think it will. I made it verbally clear. I am too old for games. So if that's what we're wanting to play here, that's not going to happen. Um, and both of us have children. So we're both in the mindset where we're not in this for a game. We're the same age. I'm just actually we're not well. I'm gonna be a different age than her this year, but and then she was born in '77 and I was born in '76. So we're the same age though. Someone get Praise the Worship Slot channel out of here, please. I don't want any politics or any of that in here. But Yeah, Trumpet Wife. I mean, if you can come and get me, that would be great. In my description is my email, or if you're on Instagram, shoot me a message on Instagram. I would love you to be able to come pick me up and bring me back to the Palms. That would save me having to worry about an Uber or whatever if you're staying there 26. Um, okay, I'll look you up on Instagram. My name on Instagram is under Pop Pops Gaming, but it's spelt a little different than it is on here. It's not like all caps or anything. Um, Robert, are you gonna come to Slot Fiesta? But while I'm out there, I will probably go live a little bit as much as I can. I'm not gonna take over anyone else's spot. That's not what I'm out to do. And like I said, guys, I don't even have my tripod with me. I'm doing this free-handed. And then I would go to a casino where I'm at right now. I mean, I could go to the casino right now where I'm at, but this casino where I'm at, they don't allow any filming. And where I'm at, when you walk in the door, for some reason they ID you, and I don't know why. I've never had that done before. When you walk in the door, um, yeah, that'd be great. I mean, yeah, I mean, shoot, I mean, I mean, we're gonna have a blast there, guys. I'm looking so forward to meeting all you guys, and I kind of figured out what it was on why I haven't been monetized yet. I don't have my full watch hours yet, so that's why I haven't been monetized. So I'm gonna start doing some lives, even if they have to be from home. Um, monetize me yet? Um, even though it shows I have my watch hours in your blue numbers, those have to be above a certain number, and I didn't know that. So it has to do with that, and with me having to take all that time off because of my surgeries and things like that. Guys, I'm happy with the way my life is going right now. I'm glad that everything worked out. Everything worked out in my favor. You guys are always so amazing. Y'all always support me. I try to support everyone. And Chips, I apologize I haven't been reached out to you. Um, Lindsay, I apologize I haven't talked to you much on Instagram. I know me and you kind of talk sometimes on Instagram, and normally I keep in touch with King Solo, and I haven't been contacting him much. Um, I did get out of one Discord, but I didn't know if I was still part of BD's Discord because I'm not a channel member no more. So I haven't really been in any kind of Discord. And I appreciate you, man. And I do need to shave. Another thing I brought up to her, I'm like, I feel bad coming over here to you. You know, I got all this gray hair. And she looked at me and she's like, I like the gray hair. Keep it for right now. Don't let it get too long, but keep it. I like it. So I'm gonna keep it for now. And so if she's happy with it, I'm happy with it. You know, it's going really well. I'm excited where my life's going. I got some amazing friends out here that I'm staying with. They don't live too far from where she's at. I've been using their vehicle to run back and forth to see. And it's a dry county over here in Florida. Deanie, you crack me up. And I've even talked about after my cruise is done in May, I've even talked about maybe moving out of my area. Or maybe by then, if everything's going well, it might be a situation where I move that person to my area. Because I don't want to lose where I'm living at because I have so much filming rights in that area. I work my ass off to get them filming rights, and over here, you don't get that in the western part of the Oklahoma. The Chickasaw Nation, unless you're at WinStar, nobody in this area lets you film. That's just the way they are. WinStar is the only casino I know of with the Chickasaw Nation that lets you film. Hey, Evan, congratulations. That's awesome. That's another thing, guys. When I got back from my trip to Laughlin, I looked at my sister. I told her, I said, I've got some free play at one of the casinos up here. Let's go eat and let me play my free play. And of course, I always back my free play up with some money too. So I backed my free play up with a little bit of money in my free play, and I know I wasn't off the plane an hour, and I turned my free play. They gave me a measly like 25, $30. I turned it into $300. I mean, just like that. I mean, just. And that was at River Spirit in Tulsa. I also have filming rights up there, but with them, I can't film unless they give a 24-hour notice. So. Yeah, Valerie. I leave May 15th on my birthday for a cruise. I'm going to be traveling on the Carnival Breeze. And originally, I was going to take somebody with me. And now I have decided, because I never added a person onto the cruise, because at the time they want that person's social security number, their birth date, all that. I didn't have all that information at the time. I decided I'm going to do the cruise by myself. I'm just going to do it by myself. And she's okay with me doing all this stuff on my own. She's 100% supportive of me doing it. She knows I have a YouTube channel. She's okay with it. She watched my live when I did the Super Bowl. She's told me that she likes how I communicate with my community. She said, you're very informative of what you're doing. I've watched some of your lives. You love to communicate with your community. Will she ever be part of the channel? I don't know. I don't know. I've never asked her that. That has not come up in discussion. It's always going to just be Pop Pops Gaming no matter what. Oh yeah, my friends that I'm staying with, they actually went on a cruise in November on the Carnival Breeze, and they loved it. They went to a restaurant over there. They went to Cozumel, and it's the same place I'm going. I'm going to Cozumel, and they went to a place over there called Sancho's. And my buddy said over there that they got a deal where it's $60. It's all you can eat and all you can drink. And he said he was so plastered and they had brought out so much food, he don't even remember getting back on the ship. So, I mean, and of course I don't drink, so that wouldn't be an issue with me. So, oh, I appreciate that, Robert. Yeah, I love doing it. And she's super supportive of this, and and we haven't talked a whole lot today because I've been busy she knows I've been too busy taking care of this other stuff. And so we're not sitting there. We're not in junior high, guys. We're not clingy. We're not, hey, you haven't talked to me all day. So she knew I had things going on. Oh, Trumpet Wife. So, oh, I'm sorry, Trumpet Wife. I'm sorry about that. No, I've never been to Niagara Falls. I've never been that close to Canada. So no. Condolences to Trumpet Wife Slots. And once again, guys, Slot Fiesta is March 28th to March 30th. There's going to be over 60 channels there. Not everyone's going to be like in the channel lineup. Some of us will be doing our own little lives just throughout in between other people's lives. So just kind of keep your notifications bells on for everybody. Oh, Valerie, you been there? That's awesome. What kind of casino is it, Evan? Is it like a Caesar's property, MGM, something like that? Cayman Islands Port Authority, and one of the perks we could cruise on ships. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you don't know what property it is? Okay. And you said the name of it. Well, Valerie's been there. So, Valerie, do you know if it's a Caesar's property or MGM? Now, the Palms Casino, if you guys aren't aware, the Palms Casino is a sister casino of Yamava. Um, I didn't know that until I watched a couple of lives on some people. Um, I didn't know it was a sister property of Yamava. So I'm guessing if you play at Yamava, they said that your Yamava player's card will work at the Palms Casino. And I've told him I've never been at Yamava, so. Yeah, you like going to Yamava, and then you can use your player's card at the Palms from Yamava. The marketing director did tell me that today, and I told him I already knew that. I'd already seen that in somebody's live. Yeah, I've seen you play at Yamava. Um, and I do know that the reason why they're putting me up at the Palms Casino is because the Palms Casino has something to do with Yamava. I'm sure it has to do with the tribal thing. So it may have something to do with it because Yamava is a considered a tribal casino. That may be why the tribe is having me stay at the Palms. I don't care either way. It looks beautiful. I've watched tons of YouTube videos about it. I'm really excited about it. Well, Chips, I appreciate you coming in. You were awesome. Um, and I know that I'm looking forward to your next live. I've been trying to keep up with everybody's live. I had to quit watching BD because I had to come back here and do this live, and I know he did a what's that called? A membership live afterwards, and that's fine. And then Bradley told me he may not be in because he's got a lot of modding to do tonight, and that's fine and dandy. But I am so excited about this trip, guys. I'm so excited that they made it right. Kudos to the Choctaw Nation. If you guys ever want anything done with the Choctaw Nation, when you get your paper, make sure you follow the rules on the paper and just go around what it says on the paper and get a hold of the marketing department. I could have had all this taken care of back in January had I known all this. And I was so worried of it running out, and I was getting really impatient of it. But because of the mix up and everything, they're making it right, and they're making up for it big time. And kudos to the marketing department. That's why I love doing business with the Choctaw Nation, and that's why I stream there a lot. They're very well at what they do. They are very informative what they do. Um, I think we're having some burgers for supper tonight. They've been feeding me really well here. When we were in town earlier, we stopped somewhere and got some Taco Bell, and then we stopped somewhere and got us a drink. But I love playing at the Choctaw Nation casinos. Live at a casino. I am trying to save up some money, so that I have money to gamble on while I'm down there. So I've been not trying to do so many lives here lately. Because you got to set yourself a budget, guys. I mean, no matter what, and I always pay my bills first, so that's never an issue. Um, and then, so that's one of the reasons why I haven't been live at a casino is I'm saving money because I'm looking so forward to this trip, and it's just got me so excited. Um, No, ma'am, I'm not home. I'm at a friend's house. I'm about 2 hours away from my house. I'm 2 hours west of my house at a friend's house. I've been here since Friday, I believe. And I'll be home in the next few days. Whether one of my kids come and get me, or I have my buddies take me or whatever. But I've started kind of sort of seeing somebody in this area, so it's another reason why I'm over in this area, to try to build something with them. And then that way we can build off of that, and so that I can make more trips over here. Um, we have had our first meetup. We've pretty much have kind of had to keep it at her house here lately, because while I was gone in Laughlin, she fell and broke her hip. So she's healing from hip surgery. So we haven't really got to go out and do a whole lot because the weather here hasn't been worth a shit. It snowed here. It was ice here. I didn't go and see her because of that today, because of the weather and stuff. But in the next few days, I'll be over there. And that reminds me, I got something I got to take care of after I'm done with this live. It's something I got to take care of medical wise. Um, Robert, Valerie, y'all listening? Oh yeah, I hope I win huge too. I've watched some of the videos that people are doing, and then I've also talked to, as another thing, I watched some videos of people playing at the Palms, and I talked to the marketing guy today, and because I have filming rights with the Choctaw Nation, he's gonna pass on that I do have filming rights with the Choctaw Nation, so he's gonna see about me getting filming rights while I'm at the Palms Casino so I can film there. So that is another perk that I'm looking forward to. Is he's going to make sure that I got filming rights while I'm at the Palms Casino. And if he don't, and he said if he needs to, he could pass on the information to me of who I need to get a hold of to get those rights if he can't do it for me. Oh yeah, I'm too cute. Yeah. I hope it blossoms into something amazing too. Like I said, I had a rough year last year. I'm gonna have a great year this year. Um, it's starting our around amazing. Um, every time I take a pain pill, you pop in my head. That's funny, Robert. But everyone in this community is so amazing. I appreciate all y'all being part of it. And those of y'all are watching the replay, the Choctaw Nation has made it right on my end. They are making it right with me doing my trip to Las Vegas. They had put me in for an extra night while I'm there at the Palms Casino. and they are reimbursing me when I get home in free play. When I do get home, they're not reimbursing me cash because I paid for my own plane tickets to Slot Fiesta, so they're reimbursing me in free play. Because they've already given me a cash prize when I won the $2,000 in cash, so they can't do another prize package where it's worth cash. So, but I appreciate everyone coming in. I've been on for an hour now. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And remember, if you're at the casino, you do not win if you do not spin. This is Pop Pops Gaming. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all that all came in here, and those of y'all to watch the replay of this. I love each and every one of y'all. And y'all have a wonderful day.